can basically beam down your cellular stuff so you can call search and rescue, right? If your phone picks up that cellular signal, they will be able to locate you, see where you are exactly, who you are, and based on the number and everything connected to that cellular device. Right? So the problem was talking about legality, like, hey, you can't really see who is connected to my number, my name, all that stuff, right? But for search and rescue purposes, that is some vital information. If they can't find you, but they can ping your phone, right? That's a very good help, especially if you're landing in a foresty area. Talking about ELT, all right? No need to write the first one down, but that is the emergency locator transmitter. Primary means that this is the first signal that they will go to, all right? When you crash, it activates automatically for the most part. All right, write this down, all right? It uses the VHF 121.5. So this is the old one, all right? This is the old one, and if you crash, it just transmits a signal on 121.5. 121.5 is the emergency signal.
If your plane's broken.
This has its own antenna, his own battery, his own everything. Okay? Good. Now, this is the old technology, right? The more modern one are broadcasting on 406, which is connected to satellites, and a satellite can ping you, right? It's much easier than trying to figure out where the signal is coming from. This one is connected to the satellite completely, right? Each ELT using a 406 will be able to, well, it has a special code, and you cannot just change it from one airplane to the other, because in the software, it knows it's, let's say, Hotel Tango Charlie, all right? If you change it to another aircraft and you crash, they will still think it's Hotel Tango Charlie, all right? Even if it's a different airplane. So the 1 to 1.5 is the new school, is the old school. Some of our airplanes have it, all right? The 406 is the newer one. How can you determine? Ask your maintenance.
So if you're in the middle of nowhere and you're gonna crash, you go on that channel and call 80.
Yes. Engine fire, engine failure, anything. 1 to 1.5, make your mayday call.
What if you're like just flying around here? Would you just go to the tower then? Or would you still be 121?
It depends. If you are on tower frequency, talk to the tower. If you are not on tower frequency, then mayday. And to the frequency there, okay?
Whatever frequency you're on?
No. Again, if you're in control, talk to the controller. If you're not in control, 1 to 1.5. Okay? ELT can be activated by a high G-force. All right? And it is common practice for military and some commercial aviation agencies to monitor it. ATC will always monitor it, right? So when that goes off, at least over here, you'll have Boundary Bay picking you up, Boundary Bay, Abbotsford, Langley, YVR, Victoria, Pitt Meadow, Seattle, Bellingham. Already you have 8 airports just listening to that frequency, okay? This provides a means of detection when the ELT goes off. And with that being said, you need to be able to check to make sure that everything is working correctly. All right? How could you check if it's transmitting or not? Then you can do it in the first 5 minutes of every hour. for only 5 seconds. Okay? So you can do it up until 10:05 for 5 seconds. You can do it
How do you test
11:05.
it? You just like,
You just listen to it, basically. Turn it on, make sure it transmits, all right, by listening to the frequency, and turn it back off.
but if you switch to that frequency for over 5 minutes, they're gonna send someone to find that plane.
For over 5 seconds, yes,
Sorry, over 5 seconds. Yeah.
yes. Okay, cool. So guys, if you guys do require assistance, all right, good to go, buddy?
No.
No? Okay, guys, I know it's already 10, right? But if we can just keep going for about 5 more minutes, right? We'll finish the slides off and then we can call it quits, all right? We'll make it quick. How much more do you have?
One more line after this.
So 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If you do require an assistant, turn your ELT on, all right? And some ELTs do not have a remote dash mode, right? Switches. So normally, and the units are normally in the tail. So what you'll do for that one is basically go to the tail and turn it on over there if it doesn't have a switch in the front. Okay. If the ELT is removed from the aircraft, all right, put it as high as possible away from obstruction to maximize the signal. Okay? And just stay with the aircraft. That's always more visible because the aircraft is larger than just a human. So stay with the aircraft until you are found. That's your best bet over here. Okay? Any question, guys? We are done.
So if you're in a clash, you go on 121.5 on the 8 and then turn your ELT on.
Yes. Okay. All right. Any other questions? Yes. No. I'll keep it going here. I'll turn off the speaker. I'll keep it going. This slide for another 1 minute. But if you have no questions, then have a wonderful day, and I'll see you with how many chapters did we finish? We finished way too many, and a lot. I can't give you an exact number on top of my head. Okay. Okay, there's a question here. Yeah, you missed a fair amount, Jay. But Gary, for you, how long does the ELT last once activated? That's a good question. It usually have a battery of up to about 2 days, 2 to 3 days. Okay. If you want sometimes to conserve it, what people will do, they will, after a crash, they will manually turn it off. All right. And because at nighttime it's even harder to see, and they turn it on again in the morning time to try and conserve a bit more battery, which fair enough makes kind of sense. All right. And yeah, for Jang, I can talk to you later about that, about how many you missed. Okay. All right, guys. Yeah, have a good day. Check.
I see you soon.